Good morning. I know you probably expected Mary Beth, but instead got her ugly old husband. For that, I'm sorry. Not because I'm ugly, because I can't help that, but because you didn't get her. I'm Ben, Mary Beth's husband and father to Marissa, Emily, Madison, and little Harper Quinn. This is a special time of year, as the 5th was Mary Beth's birthday, and the 31st is our anniversary. How do I know this, guys? I got it tattooed right here on my arm. That's a good point for you. Good pointer for you. This will be our 7th year together. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself and kind of wanted to give you an overview of where we are and what we did to get here. Early June of 2012, I met my beautiful wife, Mary Beth, online. It was the 3rd, I believe, and on the 4th or 5th, we met for our first official date at the Cracker Barrel in Lakeland. As she was walking in out of her car, I knew that that was the woman that I was going to marry. She doesn't believe that, but I know it for a fact. We had a whirlwind romance, and we're married on the 31st. Once again, right there on my arm. 6 or 7 weeks of dating, and we were married. She had asked me what I was looking for in the relationship, and I told her that I wanted to find somebody that would make me want to take my time off, make me look forward to my time off. I have 2 beautiful daughters from a previous marriage, and she has a beautiful daughter as well. At that time, she also had her niece and nephew with her from Oklahoma. I was living in my dad's house on the lake in Lakeland. That was a great summer of water activities for everyone. She often kidded that we were a hers and mine family. I had finally found that someone that made me look forward to my time off. Mary Beth is an ER RN. She works in the emergency room as long as we've been together. When we first got together, I was working for Disney, and over the next few years, I bounced around from job to job, always trying to better myself, always her by the side supporting. She was right there with me, supporting me and the family on anything that needed to happen. There were some rough spots, not in our relationship, but with money and family issues that every family has. We always put it in God's hands, and He has never let us down. Moving ahead to the end of 2017, I had an opportunity to get a job with a fantastic contractor in Miami. This was far more money and better benefits than I currently had where I was. It was actually a deal so good that I couldn't say no to. But I had lived in Lakeland all of my life. All but for about a year, I lived in a 2-mile circle in Lakeland. I was a Lakeland or Polk County boy. Miami was going to be a hell of a change. But as always, Mary Beth was right next to me, supporting me in anything that I wanted to do. We put it in God's hands, once again, and the day before I was leaving to come to Miami, I got a call to see if I would be interested in the same position, same money, same everything, but in Naples rather than Miami. Hell yeah. I didn't know much about either, but I knew Naples would be a better fit for me and my family. We found me a little place to live, a little RV on the side of the road, big enough just for me, and I would go back on the weekends as Mary Beth was still working in the emergency room. After a little while, we found a little larger place down here, and Mary Beth started to come down on her time off. Life was good, except Emily was still planning on finishing high school in Lakeland. She was living at her grandmother's with Mary Beth. Through God's wisdom, He put in process the events that allowed Emily to leave Lakeland and come to Naples. They probably weren't the process that we would have liked, but anyway, it was in God's hands. He took care of it, and that's what happened. She was able to come down here. Around the same time, Marion and Beth and I had found a very nice little apartment to rent, and she found a fantastic job, which I'll get back to on a later video, in a surgery center here in Naples. Everyone was finally where they were supposed to be. We enjoyed the Naples life for a few months, always at the pool or the beautiful beach. We were always doing something. Marissa would come down. All of our friends would come down and spend time with us. When you move to Naples, people want to come see you. Your friends, you have friends that you don't even know about. They want to come down and stay with you and go to the beautiful beaches down here. One fateful afternoon in June of 18, Mary Beth and I were driving around and tells me she doesn't feel well. Then she tells me I might need a pregnancy test. What the hell would you need a pregnancy test for? Well, the rabbit died. I was going to be a dad at 50 years. How could this be? We were in the process of planning Emily graduating this last June, and now I was going to be graduating another one at 68. I trusted God knew what was best. Mary Beth is always the best at everything that she does, and this pregnancy was no different. She handled the pregnancy like a champ, despite being listed as high risk. I really don't know how things could have gone any better than they did. The only real concern was we didn't have enough room in that tiny apartment for a new baby. So let the house hunting begin. That's another story that I'll get back to at some point. God was in this part of our journey as well, and we found a beautiful home. In December of 18, Mary Beth finally felt at home here in Naples in our new house. We were able to enjoy Christmas together in the new house. On the 17th, we had an appointment for her to go 1 week before our baby was supposed to be born. Once again, God stepped in and said, nope, the turkey timer is done. She's ready today. January 17th, 2019, we became yours, mine, and ours. Little Harper Quinn made her entrance into the world. As I hope you can see, Mary Beth and I have had quite a journey together, and we both had journeys before we became one. I am in hopes that you will see that we are a loving Christian family that tries our best in everything we do and leaves the rest up to God. I'm also sure that you can see in many holes in my story. If I gave you everything in one shot, you wouldn't want to come back for more. Marissa, our oldest daughter, called us last night and told us on the phone, Dad, this family is crazy, and you should do a vlog on the family along with Mary Beth on her channel for the cooking and the lace grace and feed your face. She said she would find it interesting and hopes others do well. I hope you do, and you will come back as I post more stories and I remember them. Have a fantastic day, and God bless.